The traditional library, offering hushed, quiet learning spaces and access to only print materials, is a concept that no longer suffices for today's students and their learning. With the increased access to information that the internet provides, digital resources and mobile devices in our everyday life, and social networks connecting people across the world, our libraries need to transform to best enhance learning. Our libraries need to be interactive, collaborative spaces that provide open space, access, both physical and digital, to the highest quality information, assistance in locating information in the wealth of what's available, and a variety of technology devices for students to learn and create.
Hello, my name is Joe Diefenthaler, and I'm the Library Media Specialist at The Hub, Pulaski Community Middle School Library. We call our library The Hub because it's not just a place to check out books, but it's the hub of our school. Every day, instruction, collaboration, technology assistance, reading support, and more all takes place here. Let's take a quick tour.
Near the entrance of the hub, we have a small area with tables where students can spread out and collaborate with others. 2 chairs by the fireplace create one of our many reading nooks, which encourage students to pick up a book and read for a few minutes. Being able to collaborate with others is a key skill employers are looking for today. This is one reason teachers assign many group projects and why we created a larger instructional area where kids can spread out and work together. As we see more and more every day, students enjoy using technology in their everyday lives. Since many want or need to use computers for their homework, we have added a smaller computer area on the side of our library where other classes are able to come in and work if needed. These computers are also used by students during their team study times.
We have added a variety of furniture, from footstools the students sit on to couches and rocking chairs, which keeps the library up to date and gives the students many different options of places to work or read. Our instructional area consists of 30 wireless laptops along with a smartboard. 2 and sometimes even 3 classes are using this space at one time, but by having the many different areas, classes can go on with little distractions from the other groups.
Our libraries are no longer a place you go to just get books. They are spaces to be used by the entire building, all students and staff, for information, collaboration, and application of learning. They are spaces that provide access to mobile devices like laptops, netbooks, iPads, and Kindles, and video cameras, digital cameras, and display units for students to learn and create. Many of our current libraries were not designed for today's learners. The 3 libraries in our district that need the most redesign are Fairview, Hillcrest, and Sunnyside. We'll take you on a virtual tour to see the shortfalls of these spaces and designs in achieving our vision of enhancing learning for all students through our libraries.
Welcome to the library at Hillcrest Elementary. Over the last 3 years, we have gone through some major changes. Through the generous support of our PTO, we have been able to add a smartboard, colorful paint to the walls, comfy reading furniture, and we're even able to add some partial walls, as originally this space was designed as an open concept and ended up to be just one huge hallway with bookshelves. We have transformed the space from a traditional library that warehouse shelves to a collaborative space that functions with multiple different activities. This space needs to be a place where books are checked out, where story times are held, where groups can come and complete their work, where small group and large group instruction takes place, and technology resources are used. Our library has become a magnet for our staff and students as a place to gather, explore, and learn together. We feel we have truly maximized the potential of this space, but we are still coming up short. A collaborative space needs to allow for multiple groups to function simultaneously without interrupting each other. We often have grade levels teachers bring both of their classes in here so they can use the technology resources, they can use a library resource, and they have access to the 2 grade level teachers and myself, instead of just staying in their classroom where they would have access to the limited resources and just the 1 teacher. With that said, it is often very difficult when we have multiple classes in here. It's very difficult to have story time with our kindergartners. At the same time, we have 2nd grade a research project going on, and then our 3rd grade students need to check out. We don't have enough space to spread out, and it can get rather chaotic and often disruptive. We don't have enough room to support the collaborative space that is ideal for our students. We also don't have direct access to the computer lab from the library, so transitions with multiple classes using the computer lab resources and the library resources often becomes very messy. To be a truly functional 21st century collaborative space, we can't be separated from these technology resources. It would be ideal to have more technology devices readily at the students' and staff hands, but due to lack of space, we can't. Our devices have to be stored in a back room, which has insufficient space, and that makes organization and checkout of these devices very cumbersome. Another issue is our furniture. A couple things with our furniture. We truly don't have enough. When the teachers bring in their students into our library, most of the time the students have to sit on the floor for instruction. We don't have enough tables and chairs, and then the ones we do have aren't a good fit for our elementary students. Our computer stations, the tables and chairs are really designed for adults, so especially for our little ones, it often becomes a problem. Our shelving is, I believe, old middle school shelving, and so most of the time our elementary students can't reach the very high, and it's hard to see the books that are at the very low level. We just need adequate shelving for elementary students. Having a larger, more updated space would allow for different grade levels with different needs to use the space together, all taking place seamlessly. It would allow for more technology tools to be at the students' fingertips instead of locked up in the back office. I know the saying goes, build it and they will come. Well, at Hillcrest, I have the opposite problem. They already came, they're here, and I hope we can find a way to build it for them.
I'd like to welcome you to our Sunnyside Library Media Center. Our LMC is host to approximately 500 children and over 50 adults on a weekly basis.
Hello, I am Kathy DeBoth, the Library Media Specialist at Sunnyside, and it has been my pleasure working here for the past 16 years. The focus of the LMC has evolved during those years. It is no longer a place to just come and check out books. Moving to a flexible schedule this year has shown just how inflexible our LMC is due to lack of space. Unfortunately, our small LMC does not allow for the flexibility of both students and classes to use this space for more than one activity at a time. Please join me now as we walk through our Sunnyside's Library Media Center. As you will see in the video clips and pictures, the space that we have does not currently adequately meet the needs of a 21st century LMC.
Every class is scheduled to come to the LMC every week for about 20 minutes to get reading materials. The circulation desk is located near these computers. There is no work or storage space here. It is also several steps away from where the equipment, batteries, and other supplies are kept. The circulation desk and computers are on one end of the LMC. The rest of the room has limited flexible space that serves different functions. We have a couch and 3 chairs that students really enjoy sitting in for pleasure reading. There isn't enough room for everyone to find their own comfort place to sit and read. If we do have a class come in for instruction, the class must sit on the floor because there are not enough chairs and tables for them to sit at. If we had more tables and chairs, there wouldn't be any space for pleasure reading. This is also one of the LMCs that does not have a smart board. There isn't wall space available to put one. As you can see, the flexibility in this room is extremely limited. Therefore, a schedule must be maintained because only one group can use a space at a time. It is difficult to see from this video, but our shelves are also filled, and there is no room to add additional books to our collection. A teacher has sent a group in to use the computers for a class project. Another student is with his class and is trying to locate a book. The computers are busy, so he resorts to having to scan the shelves trying to locate the book that he's looking for. This shows you how limited our resources are. The only space that suited this young man to read was on the floor, right in the middle of the traffic pattern. A class comes in shifts to use resources because there isn't enough space for the whole class to work in here at the same time. This group visiting us is a kindergarten class. You can see here that the furniture is not the right size for children of this age. The children are trying to share the books that they have checked out with each other, but there is a safety concern about how they are sitting on their chairs at the table. These pictures show the lack of storage space that we have. We have one small storage area that is also the wiring closet. All of the equipment that we check out is stored here. Due to the lack of limited space, our carts of netbooks, laptops, and AlphaSmarts for classroom checkout are stored in an empty classroom. In my office, there is one cabinet that small electronic devices are stored. The lock on it is broken, so it is not even a secure cabinet. We charge all of our devices in here because it is the only area that we have that's secure. My office also houses the playaways, VHS, and DVDs. We do not have room for them on our library shelves.
Thank you for joining me at Sunnyside. I have also, during these 16 years, been the Library Media Specialist at Fairview. I'd like you to join me there as we look at the needs that the Library Media Center has at that building as well.
Welcome to Fairview's Library Media Center. I am Kathy DeBoth, the Library Media Specialist at this building. Our LMC welcomes 140 children, which includes the 4K program, and about 15 adults on a weekly basis. Like some of the other LMCs, Fairview also had needs that limit the effectiveness of trying to support a 21st century program. This is the 5th grade visiting the LMC. Fairview does not have any furniture for comfortable reading. When students are finished checking out their books, they sit on the floor with their backs against the shelves or sit at tables. This does not support pleasure reading on comfortable furniture. For this class, some children are even kneeling at the tables because there's not enough chairs for everyone to sit at. Fairview only has 2 computers available for students to look up books or to use for work. As you see here, we have 2 classes trying to use the LMC at the same time. One class is here for checkout while another class is here for a lesson. Oftentimes, students are looking for books in that area. The class that is here for instruction is distracted by the other students looking for their books. The shelves are high and it is difficult for younger children to reach books on the top shelf. All of the furniture is designed for adults, so it is too big for younger children to sit at while reading their books. The shelves are also full and there's no room to add new titles. The circulation desk is small and we have no work or office space on which to work on projects. An issue of deep concern is our AV storage. The storage room is on a different wing of the building. The room has a moisture and temperature control problem. Mildew has been found on materials being stored there. To see the distance the storage room is from the Library Media Center, we will walk from the storage area to the LMC. Every time a staff member needs some equipment, an extension cord or some other device that is stored in this room, Vita, the paraprofessional that works with me in this building, must walk to the room to gather what has been requested, then return to the LMC to check the item out to the teacher. Often, Vita will deliver it to the staff member so they do not have to wait for it. Many times, staff must wait to get their equipment until there is no longer a class in the LMC or the computer lab that she may be assisting. There is also limited storage for small devices like cameras. As you will see, the storage cabinet is located in the front of the computer lab. This is not convenient for quick access. Fairview's Library Media Center is another building that does not have a smartboard. This year we were very pleased to get a digital projector mounted from the ceiling. The computer that is used with it is one of the stations students use to look for books. It is located behind us and is not convenient for instruction. Fairview has a wonderful little library. However, as you have seen, it does not support the goals we have for a 21st Century Library Media Center in order to support the needs of our students and staff.